Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to Buckeye Politics. It's me, your favorite Ohioan. So today, we're going to be looking at this very critical and kind of surprising new poll coming out of the state of Virginia, which is Glenn Youngkin's approval rating. So as you know, Glenn Youngkin is the current governor of Virginia. He won by about 2 points. It was actually he won by a greater margin than I thought he would. I had him winning by about a point, but he won by about 2 points in the state of Virginia, in a state that voted for Joe Biden by roughly 10 points, and has been swiftly trending away from the Republican Party. Now, with all this going on, you would think that Glenn Youngkin would probably be just barely above water, sort of like maybe some Democrat governors in Republican states that are underwater, or vice versa. Because obviously, some governors that may get elected doesn't mean that they're going to be well elected in office. The same voters who may have elected them in may not like them, and obviously, with the opposition turning against you, well, they'll never like you, as we know with how polarized we've become. So I just think it's interesting to see that this poll coming out of the state of Virginia shows that Glenn Youngkin is actually very popular in the state of Virginia. So Glenn Youngkin, he has not been anything close to a moderate. He's done more to take on critical race theory, save our schools, restore traditional religious values in the classroom and in the state at large. And he's actually been solid on a lot of issues. And day one, he went all in, setting all these executive orders. And a lot of people said, "Oh, he's gonna blow his chances. He ran as a moderate, and he's governing like he's in Tennessee." But yet, we look at this poll, which shows that Glenn Youngkin has a 56% approval rating. And now, yes, this poll is slightly more a Republican-leaning one. It was done by it's a little iffy. It wasn't the greatestly conducted poll, and it is being promoted by some more Republican-leaning places. But still, I've seen other polls out there that show Glenn Youngkin's approval rating around 50 to 52%. So it's really not out of the question to say that he has a 55, 56% approval rating. And as we see here, he only has a 31% disapproval rating. Meanwhile, 12% of voters are not sure. This is huge. This is crazy to think that Glenn Youngkin could have a 56% approval rating instead of Virginia, that a Republican could have a 56% approval rating in Virginia. So if anything, this is really good news for me, not just for Glenn Youngkin, but also for the Republican Party as a whole. I think that if Glenn Youngkin can really be that governor, similar to Ron DeSantis, Ron DeSantis being solid on the issues and being just a solid, good governor, has really convinced a lot of people to move to move to Florida and join the Republican Party. And a lot of the more moderate voters, and he's gotten people inside his own state to switch to the Republican Party as well. And it looks like Glenn Youngkin is honestly going to be doing the same. I've read a bunch of stories about these government workers who live in Nova that actually, they have plenty of money. They work for the federal government. A lot of them, I'm hearing, are actually moving to D.C. and Maryland because they're just so pissed that Glenn Youngkin got elected. So if anything, even if Glenn Youngkin maybe falls apart, at least he's convinced that quite a few government workers and college-educated millennial types to move to Maryland and D.C., which honestly, I will take Virginia's 13 electoral votes over Maryland's 10 and D.C.'s 3, which D.C.'s 3 obviously are not going to go anywhere near there. So as far as I'm concerned, those corrupt government officials who spend their entire lives burning papers in getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for it, they can move to Maryland and D.C. We don't need them in Virginia. Glenn Youngkin is successfully running as a strong conservative and governing as a strong conservative, and he's helping to make Virginia red again. And we also have this poll here from Winsome Sears that shows her with a 46% approval rating, only a 20% disapproval rating, and a 33% not sure, which kind of makes sense. A lot of people probably don't even know who the lieutenant governor is, but Winsome Sears has also done an excellent job as lieutenant governor of Virginia, and it's paying off. She has a 46% approval rating. She is approved of by a plus 26. She has a 26-point approval rating. So overall, like I said, this is great news for Republicans. But looking at this, Joe Biden's approval rating in Virginia, 50% disapprove, 47% approve. And if we look at this very carefully, actually, it shows this is roughly the margin that Glenn Youngkin won by. It shows that Joe Biden disapproved in Virginia by 2 to 3 points, and Glenn Youngkin won by about 2 points. I guess I had to have to lay it all out there. So anyway, this is just really interesting to look at, the fact that Glenn Youngkin and Winsome Sears, despite being pretty solid on the issues, especially for state like Virginia, running as being solid Republicans, fulfilling their promises, and helping to get their states back on track, they're very well liked in Virginia based on these polls. Meanwhile, Joe Biden is not. So this is great news for the state of Virginia's future, for Glenn Youngkin's political future, and for the midterm elections. So we can just say, you know what, if the Republican Party can say, we have Glenn Youngkin, this guy, you elected him, you took a risk, and he really turned your state around. He's well liked. We can probably do that in a bunch of other states similar to Virginia, run on the same issues, and get the same results. So with that, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe for more.